What if I told you that most negotiators, even experienced ones, frequently miss substantial value by failing to understand a simple concept? I'm Jadvinder Singarana, professor of cross-cultural negotiation, researching how AI helps negotiators achieve better outcomes. Let me explain the zone of possible agreement, or ZOPA, the space between the minimum a seller will accept and the maximum a buyer will pay. It's where deals become possible. But here is what most people miss. This zone isn't static, it's dynamic and requires constant reassessment. Research shows three critical mistakes negotiators make when dealing with ZOPA. First, making extreme offers that fall far outside the zone, triggering defensive responses. Second, accepting favorable offers too quickly without questioning why they seem so good. Third, failing to explore multiple issues that could expand the zone of agreement. Smart negotiators know that understanding the ZOPA is just the beginning. The real power comes from three strategic approaches. First, strategic first offers. Make offers slightly outside the ZOPA to maintain negotiating room. Always provide justification for your position. Second, value creation. In complex negotiations, look for multiple issues to expand the zone. Aim for outcomes where both parties maximize their benefits. Third, dynamic assessment. Create a list of what you don't know. Continuously challenge your assumptions and adjust your estimates as you gather new information. This week's analysis examines a negotiation scenario where we will demonstrate how Claude 3.7 Sonnet can help first map potential ZOPA boundaries, second, identify value creation opportunities, third, develop strategies for expanding the zone. Here is the prompt in Claude 3.7 Sonnet. Hi Brahma, you are tasked with analyzing a seller's negotiation position and creating hypothetical buyer scenarios. Follow these steps carefully. First, we want key facts summary. Extract and summarize the essential details from the seller's instructions. Second, let's assess the potential ZOPA. Based on the information provided, analyze the potential ZOPA. Consider different scenarios that could affect the ZOPA, such as various buyer profiles or market conditions. And present at least three different ZOPA scenarios explaining the reasoning behind each. Third, determine the potential first strategic offer. Based on your ZOPA analysis, propose a strategic first offer for the seller. Provide a detailed justification for this offer, considering factors such as anchoring, room for negotiation, and the seller's goals. Fourth, assess how the ZOPA can change over time. Analyze how new information or changing circumstances could affect the ZOPA throughout the negotiation process. Consider at least three potential factors that could expand or counter the ZOPA. And lastly, provide strategies for expanding the ZOPA to create more value for both parties. Fifth, present your final analysis, compiling your findings into a comprehensive analysis. Include your summary, ZOPA analysis, first offer recommendation, and assessment of potential ZOPA changes. Present this information in a clear, well-structured format using appropriate subheadings. So let's see the response by Claude. The property is 10,000 square feet vacant parcel, smaller than minimum building lot size. The purchase price was $20,000 8 years ago, and the current offer is $17,000 from house buyer, absolute minimum. The target buyer are the Riveras, the neighbors who previously declined to purchase. Desired outcome, cash-only deal, for sure above $17,000. The market context, real estate values fell then rebounded, but this is a unique property. Seller motivation, moving out of state, no use for the land. ZOPA analysis. The zone of possible agreement lies between the Taylor's reservation price, $17,000, and the Rivera's maximum willingness to pay, that we don't know. Here are three potential scenarios. The first one, minimum value perception. The Riveras see limited value in the parcel beyond preventing an undesirable use. ZOPA range $17,000–$22,000. Reasoning, the Rivera's lack of previous interest suggests low valuation. They might pay slightly above minimum to secure buffer space from new neighbors. Scenario number 2, moderate value enhancement. The Rivera's recognize potential for property value enhancement. ZOPA range between 17 and 30. The parcel could increase the Vera's property value by expanding their yard, adding privacy, or allowing minor additions like a garden patio. The third scenario is a strategic long-term value. The Riveras identify significant strategic value. The ZOPA range then expands between 17 and 45,000. The parcel might enable future development opportunities, resolve existing space constraints, and provide substantial privacy from new neighbors. Strategic first offer. The recommended first offer is $38,500. Justification: sets a strong anchor above the original purchase price, allows room for the tailors to concede while still achieving a good outcome, establishes the frame that the land has appreciated, not depreciated, can be supported with rationales: inflation adjustment of original price, years of property tax payments, current market rebound. High enough to signal serious value, but not so extreme as to end negotiations. ZOPA changes over time. Factor 1, timeline pressure. As the tailor's moving date approaches, their BATNA becomes more attractive, potentially contracting the ZOPA. So the strategy will be to establish a clear deadline for the Rivera's decision. Factor number 2, new information about Rivera's plans, impact. Learning about the Rivera's specific needs could expand the ZOPA by identifying higher value potential. The strategy is to ask open questions about their plans for the property. The third factor, emotional factors. As discussion progresses, emotional factors, neighborly, goodwill, fear of unknown new neighbors, may expand the ZOPA. Emphasize the relationship aspect and the uncertainty of future uses if sold to someone else. How can we expand the ZOPA? Bundle value, offer to include garden equipment, plans for potential improvements, or information about soil quality and sunlight patterns. Highlight opportunity cost, emphasize the one-time nature of this opportunity and how the parcel directly connects to their property. Frame as investment, present data on local property values and how expanded lots typically command premium prices. Your weekly challenge. Take 20 minutes to apply these concepts to your next negotiation. First, map your ZOPA. List your absolute minimum or maximum if buying. Estimate the other party's limits. Identify potential overlap. Second, challenge your assumptions. What information might you be missing? What questions could reveal hidden value? How might the zone shift during negotiations? Remember, success isn't just finding any deal within the ZOPA. It's about maximizing value while ensuring both parties benefit. Next week, we will explore negotiation styles, as understanding how you and others naturally approach negotiations is crucial for achieving better outcomes. Thank you for watching. If you are ready to explore AI-enhanced negotiations, subscribe to our YouTube channel and newsletter at negoai.ai.